So let's take a closer look at autoimmunity. Scientists have studied autoimmune disease since 1904 when they discovered a substance in the serum of patients that had reacted with the same patient's red blood cells. And by mid-century, autoimmune diseases became associated with loss of immunological tolerance, which is body's ability to tolerate, or rather ignore, the self cells that are part of your system while reacting to non-self cells. So your own cells stopped tolerating their brothers and sisters. This is loss of immunological tolerance. They forgot who their friend or the enemy is, okay? And they started treating their friends as enemies. Another prominent feature in most autoimmune disease is the deposition of immune complexes, which are antibody-antigen molecules, in places they do not belong. Okay, when they leave their home channels, okay, and start accumulating and depositing in neighboring weak tissues. Remember, your innate weakness, whether it's a tissue or an organ, and causing disease and deterioration in those tissues and organs. Okay? There are also immunodeficiency syndromes that present as characteristics of autoimmunity in clinical settings, which means a decreased ability of patient's immune system to clear infection due to this perpetual immune system activation and its consequential depletion. So your body is now in this constant fight mode, fighting its own tissues, fighting those immune complexes that have wandered off, forgot their home and wandered off and settled in your bodily tissues, and your body starts fighting those tissues. So it's this constant fight mode that eventually depletes your immunity because it's constantly being activated, and this leads to immunodeficiency. All right, and another common feature of all autoimmune disease is chronic inflammation due to this perpetual trigger-happy internal fighting with oneself. And this specific phenomenon, this feature, chronic inflammation, is addressed thoroughly in our Heal Your Flame program, which specifically deals with inflammatory types, these human volcanoes that are constantly inflamed, and not just physically, also mentally, because as we know, body and mind are not different, they're one and the same. So in this program, we deal with that inflammatory propensity and how to manage it so it doesn't become a full-blown chronic illness.